10 tips for a top internal paint job. There's nothing like a fresh coat of paint to bring a tired home to life. And like anything, time brings better ways of doing it. As most people would repaint once in a decade, a lot can change in that time, and subtle adjustments to the process can sharpen your result. So here are my top tips for a new paint job, some oldies but goodies, and a few to keep you up to date. First is don't economise on the quality of the paint. This is one where you get what you pay for. Cheap paint does not go on or last as well. A better way to reduce costs is to be prepared and know exactly the quantity and the base colours that you need, and then buy in bulk, as in 10 or 20 litres, is more cost effective than 4 litres. Also, you can watch the sales and the auctions. Grays Online recently sold Taubman's Endure at ridiculously low prices. Your painter will be able to tint to your colour selection. Get help with selecting the colours. It's one thing to know what you want, but quite another to find the right colours to bring your plan to life. Instead of spending good money on repeated trips to buy test pots to try to find the colour, engage a colour consultant. Dulux provides this service for $150 or $175 in New South Wales, and $100 of that is redeemable on your paint purchase. Next point is ditch the ceiling white. For a much softer look, go for a very low strength version of the wall colour, something like quarter strength or less. While it will still look white, but it'll be far more elegant. Sealing should always be done in the mattest of matte to conceal imperfections. It doesn't matter how well the ceiling's been installed, any level of sheen will reveal ups and downs. So while we're on the subject of colour, I think everyone knows that neutral is best, but it doesn't need to be dull or boring. The popular grey palettes can be quite strong but still serve as a blank canvas for your furnishings. Consistency is the most important thing for that look of quality, so take the scheme right through the whole house and then add your accent colours with your decor items. Play with the strengths of colour for more interest. This is where your colour consultant can help, as he or she will understand the effect of light on colour. But you can give your walls more dimension and interest just by changing the strength of the wall colour. Similarly, white skirtings, architraves, window and door frames and doors will really help your paint job pop. And just to make life interesting, there are literally thousands of whites. But I've found that Dulux Natural White is universally useful. Go for gloss if you can, unless you're painting old woodwork, where you may need to go satin to conceal the imperfections. Contrasting feature walls are a bit passé. Instead, try double or tripling the wall colour and going for 2 walls rather than just 1. Another option would be to try the paintable wallpapers, where the wall is the same colour as the rest of the room, but it is beautifully textured. Walls and ceilings of wet areas should be painted in either a mould-resistant or oil-based paint. This will make them easy to wash and help keep them free of unsightly mould. It is also a good idea to check on the ventilation to the room, as no paint will prevent the growth of mould in poor ventilation. Aluminium windows and doors can be painted. For the very best result, engage a spray painter and have them sprayed in an oil-based gloss for a brilliant finish. So when the job is done, you'll no doubt be left with a collection of paint cans with a few centimetres of paint in the bottom of each. Opened paint has a limited life and it's not worth keeping. It is also difficult to dispose of. So find a large cardboard box and cut down the sides to make a tray. Pour the remaining paint out into it and leave the paint and the can to dry out in the sun. Once it is dry, it can be disposed of easily. And don't forget to keep a record of your paint colours in your property file for future reference.
Audio Jungle.